one hand, it divides a state. On the other, it brings it together. And everyone across this great state, from Ragdry to the legendary water in Ames, know that winning this trophy can have you pedaling toward a high water mark. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa State's offense will come out first. The Hawkeyes dominated the last time they saw the clones.
Iowa State had no answers in that game. They just came out, they looked flat, they weren't able to execute. They've got to be ready to answer the bell in this one.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets in your head, Jesse. You know how it is, man. Rivalry games and you haven't had a lot of success. You need something to go your way early to get you some confidence.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Got his man on the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Under fire. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Iowa's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. The give to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Townsend. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Lee. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. And when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, people in Iowa, they just love football. And this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many, regardless of which side of the fence you're on.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Punt is on its way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards. Stopped at the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Peppers. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here in Iowa between the 1st and 2nd quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the 2nd quarter. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Cyclones! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And it's incomplete. To take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Brown will throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make a catch.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. 3-and-out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. Got it out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going, got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. to the air on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Brown will throw it. With the catch, it's Parker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's got him. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Into the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games, with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cyhawk trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything.
Oh, it's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the... Now, the coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Lining up from the 34 on first down. The running back has it. Across the 45. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Fires on the move. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the chasing, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be...
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, and just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Brown. He's loose. Touchdown, Iowa State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying play action. Bring in the heat. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
At the 39-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds the tight end, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. The sure hands. It's Robinson. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Brown will throw it. Got his man to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Trying to set up the screen. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
That's reeled in. It's paid.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Just over a minute to go in this one. They have the lead now to try to hold.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the 4th quarter. They put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Got his man. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on 3rd. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Gotta have it here on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field.